Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say shot at a Savannah rapper, killing a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath. Shots fired, a fight taken to the streets, and this chaotic scene, the ending of a shooting that started in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight. It all started at this mobile gas station at 5:30 Friday evening. LAPD says witnesses heard multiple gunshots, then watched a couple cars zoom off. 3 people in one car shot at this black Cadillac Escalade. It's unclear if those inside shot back.
Is charged with murder for hire in the killing of another rapper's cousin. 5 other Chicago men were also hit with federal charges involving the same murder for hire plot. The group was allegedly hired to kill the cousin of rapper Quando Rondo back in 2022 in Los Angeles. Now, that plot was allegedly ordered as revenge for the killing of rapper King Von back in 20.
So I guess we have all heard the news about Lil Durk being arrested on the late hours of October 24th. Authorities confirmed after police had evidence and information that 5 members who had ties to Lil Durk's OTF are all being accused for the murder of Lil Pab, who was Quando Rondo's friend, who would be gunned down to death years prior to this news of the arrest on the members. 3 mugshots of the alleged 5 accused were released of the suspects who are accused of being involved with the killing on Lil Pab. The 3 members are DD, Vonnie, and Boogie, and if convicted for this murder charge, all 3 members can face murder charges. Soon after, Lil Durk, whose real name is Durk Banks, would be arrested by police in South Florida and has been charged for murder for hire and is currently being held in Broward County Jail. Police released information for the reason of the arrest of Lil Durk, as his arrest is reportedly in conjunction with an extensive federal investigation around a murder conspiracy. Lil Durk is currently awaiting transfer of custody to U.S. Marshals. The 5 suspects have all been arrested in connection with the murder of Lil Pab, whose name are Kayvon London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Brian Lindsay, and Asa Houston, who all are linked with the OTF and were indicted by California federal prosecutors on Thursday. The 5 arrested are all facing charges of conspiracy to commit murder for hire, committing murder for hire resulting in death, as well as the use of, carry, and discharge of firearms and a machine gun in the furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death. Police also have released information that flights, rental cars were used by credit cards which are linked to OTF. To know more about this whole story, we got to go from the beginning as to why this has all happened. On November 6, 2020, news would break out to the public. Popular rapper known as King Von would be shot and killed outside a nightclub after getting into an altercation with Quando Rondo and his associates. On the day of King Von's passing, he would be in Atlanta, Georgia, celebrating with his friends and family after dropping his album, Welcome to O'Block. King Von would be at a club celebrating, but the group he was with would say King Von would not be himself that night and would act like something bad was going to happen. People believe the reason for this was because Quando Rondo was in the same city as him, who King Von had problems with. After being done with the club, King Von and his group would make their way back to the hotel, but King Von would tell the driver to take him to another club called Monaco, which would be the same club where Quando Rondo and his group was at. After a couple of minutes, King Von would arrive to the club in the parking lot with a few of his friends and not everyone he was with at the beginning, and would be inside the car trying to see Quando Rondo. Once he had spotted him, King Von would get out of the vehicle and confront Quando Rondo and begin exchanging words with each other, and after a couple of seconds, King Von would begin throwing punches at Quando Rondo, which led to both groups getting into a fight. When a couple of seconds later, Quando Rondo's friend Little Tim would get out of the vehicle he was in and shoot King Von to defend Quando Rondo, which led to King Von dropping to the floor and bleeding out. He would quickly be picked up and taken to the hospital, but by the time he would arrive, he would pass away. Rest in peace, King Von. Little Tim, who was the killer of King Von, would end up being arrested and on a $100,000 bail. And after a couple months of fighting the case, he would be found not guilty as police declared it was self-defense. Years went by, and Little Durk and OTF members knew something had to be done, and in 2022, Little Pab would be shot and killed in broad daylight. On Friday the 19th on August 2022, Quando Rondo and his friend Little Pab would be in a black Escalade pumping gas, and once finishing pumping gas, they would leave the gas station and out of nowhere a white vehicle would pull up on them, with it having 3 people inside the vehicle, and began shooting at the vehicle repeatedly trying to get Quando Rondo and his Little Pab. The white vehicle would quickly drive away and police would arrive to the scene of the shooting where both members would be shot at. Quando Rondo would survive the shooting, but Little Pab would be hit multiple times, and when police would drag him out of the vehicle, Quando Rondo would start screaming and crying as he knew his friend had just been killed in front of him.
In this chaotic scene, the ending of a shooting that started in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight. It all started at this mobile gas station at 5:30 Friday evening. LAPD says witnesses heard multiple gunshots, then watched a couple cars zoom off. 3 people in one car shot at this black Cadillac Escalade. It's unclear if those inside shot back.
Little Pab would quickly be taken to the nearest hospital, but would not survive the shooting and later be pronounced dead. 2 years later, 5 suspects who are a part of the OTF would be arrested and charged for this murder, and Little Durk, as police believed he was the boss and called the shots. For the hit to be completed, news would break out after his arrest that after the 5 OTF members got arrested and Little Durk got news of this arrest and would quickly try to leave the country on a private jet to Italy. Little Durk initially booked flights to Dubai and Switzerland, but did not board. By 6:40 p.m., the FBI would find out this information and would quickly make their way to Little Durk and arrested him on the way to the Miami airport before he would be able to get onto his flight at 9 p.m. That is the end of the video. I will be back if anything else happens. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.